Hey everybody, and welcome to a new video. And today we are doing Before They're Gone Part 4. Now, you haven't seen this series on my channel. It's basically where I talk about the 7th generation video games that you should be looking for now. These games probably won't get remade on new platforms and whatnot, so they'll probably most likely be exclusive on these systems. Or even if I don't get the exclusive games, a lot of these games are on the cheap and games you should probably look out for. So, mainly, I wanted people to find these games at GameStop, on the cheap, because that's where I found a lot of these games at as well. But with the whole thing with GameStop right now, and the whole situation we're dealing with in the worldwide right now, you probably could go ahead and get them online as well, because a lot of these games aren't really sought after as well. You can still get them for a cheap price. But anyways, hopefully things will get back to normal. Stores will open again, and we can go back out to hunting again. But let's get right into it. Alright, so the first game we're going to talk about is Dead Space Extraction. Now, Dead Space Extraction is a rail shooter. A lot of fun. Definitely one of the games I would tell people to look for on the Wii system. A lot of people don't realize that Wii had a lot of cool rail shooters for it, and that's pretty much where you get a lot of them from these days. But Dead Space Extraction is really cool because it actually brings the scares that the Dead Space survival horror game has to the rail shooters. So, and definitely keep an eye out for this one. Also, too, this game was available on the PS3 via Dead Space 2. So any copy of Dead Space 2 on the PS3 has this game already on there too. But if you want the game as a standalone, there you go for the Wii. Something you should pick up. Next game here, the Conduit Games. I've just started getting into these games, and I love what Sega does as a third-party publisher. I mean, seriously, Sega, I don't think they don't get the love they deserve, to be honest with you. But anyways, these titles are exclusive to the Wii. Really a really good first-person shooter. Lots of story. I like the story in the second one a lot better than the first one, but that's up for debate. But let me know what you think about these games. Definitely, you can find these on the cheap, and nobody's talking about these games. Go ahead and check them out. Now, here's a game that a lot of people probably just scoffed at, but I gave it a chance and I liked it. Now, if you're a fan of games like Power Stone, you could get into this game. This is Castlevania Judgement for the Wii. So it was kind of weird seeing the Castlevania games go into the fighting genre pretty much, and I didn't really care for it that much at first, but when I started getting into it, I was like, wow, this game has a lot of really cool ideas. If you find it, you usually find this for around $10 or whatnot, maybe even cheaper. But definitely keep an eye out for it. It basically goes through its own story, and pretty much if you what's a good example? I already said Power Stone. What's another game like Arena Fighter like that? Anyways, you're seeing the footage here. I love the character designs that they have for the characters. Good music, and a lot of people don't notice about this game too. You can actually, I think it was a transfer between the DS and in the Wii to unlock another character in this game. I can't remember who it was at the time of this recording, but there was some really cool, unique feature that you could unlock characters in a way. So kind of reminiscent of the King of the Fighters and Capcom vs. SNK between Dreamcast and Neo Geo Pocket, if anybody remembers that. But anyways, if you see Castlevania Judgement, I would say definitely give it a chance. It definitely has good music in it. The music score is on point. The character designs, I like them. Some characters look questionable. I thought Trevor Belmont looked insane, but it actually looks kind of cool if you think about it. So just another story of the Castlevania series. Go ahead and definitely check this one out. I don't think anybody will regret it for the price it is. Now, if you're fans of Pocky and Rocky, which I like Pocky and Rocky. I thought they were a little bit hard and the games kind of dragged on a bit, but overall they were fun games, except for the Game Boy Advance one. That game was brutally hard. But anyways, it was going to get a fourth game in the series, I believe. Well, I think it was going to be the fourth game, maybe third or fourth, I can't remember. But anyways, they were making another game and they lost the rights to it, so the publisher went ahead and did their own game. They just kind of reskinned it, I guess, and just called it something else. But this is Heavenly Guardian for the Wii. Also available on the PS2, but we're focused on the Wii because Wii games are still available at GameStop pretty much, and we're going off 7th generation. But top-down fun action game, really easy to get into. Only thing I just wish that it was 2 players. You know, these type of well, it is 2 players. Duh. Oh, okay. Never mind. But anyways, it really kind of brings that nostalgia back of the old school, like top-down like games, pretty much. You know, if you're a fan of course, Pocket Rockies, Legend of Zelda, stuff like that, you could definitely get into this game. Definitely easy on the eyes, beautiful looking sprite graphics. It has a little bit of story to it if you want to get into that. But really cool boss battles and all that stuff. But something I would say, definitely pick this up if you see it. You look at the cover of this and you're like, man, this game doesn't, like, I wouldn't want to play this, but seriously, check this one out. This is a good one. I really wish that they really made more of an effort on cover arts for America, because at the time at least, because people do judge a book by its cover, and it makes sense to like really, you know, like really have your cover stand out, make it something interesting. But I think they went with this look though, because it kind of looked like Pokemon. Pokemon. I said Pokemon. But I think that's why they went with like that art and everything. So I don't know. All right, next game here, another top-down game. This is Centipede Infestation. Now, this one reason I picked this game up was because Way Forward, and Way Forward has not at least it hasn't let me down with the games they create. So this was published by Atari, a top-down shooter, really easy to get into, beautiful looking graphics, and it is 2 players. So if you see this one out there, I would say give it a chance. You know, I don't know if anybody was into the Centipede games back in the day. I mean, that's going back old school. But it's nice for them to try to bring the series back and make it more interesting, kind of change things up a bit. So you see this one, give it a chance. All right, so now those are pretty much the Wii titles. Now I'm going into the PS3 stuff. So a lot of these games I'm going to show you are also available for the 360. And so, well, yeah, some of them are. But let's get into it here. Next one here is Fairytale Fights. Now I know you see this game, you're like, what the heck is this, Reggie? But the reason I like this game, because it is a co-op beat 'em up. You know, it may look a little silly and everything like that, but it's something you should try to take a look at. Like, you know, keep an open mind for it, I would say. You know, beat 'em ups back in the 7th generation weren't really that didn't really come around that much. You know, I mean, we did have Double Dragon Neon, which was great. I can't think of any other ones right now. Which well, that was a 2D beat 'em up. This is more of a 3D beat 'em up. But anyways, either way. We didn't have a lot that really stood out, and I'm not saying this one stands out, but it is an interesting take on like the lore of like fairy tales and all that stuff, like Alice in Wonderland, Little Red Riding Hood, and all that stuff. So if any of you guys have this game, let me know what you think about it. Unfortunately, the game used to be well, it's not online anymore. It used to be online, but they took it offline, so that sucks. But anyways, Fairytale Fights, let me know what you think. Next one here is one of my favorites, Midnight Club Los Angeles. Now this is the complete version of it, and this game, I remember when this came out, this was a lot of fun. They really nailed LA down. I was very impressed with this game. Now I wasn't into like open world racers that much. I mean, I was just kind of getting into them, but this one really opened my mind to them in a way, because how they got everything down pretty much. Now it has a little cheesy story mode to it, and you know, that doesn't really, well, it's cool, I guess, and everything, but what's really what shines in this game is just the where you could go in the city and everything. The cars, of course. Just a lot of fun. I think this game is actually still online. I can't really, who knows, but still, it's an interesting game for you guys to check out, I would say. So, Midnight Club Los Angeles. I haven't seen them make any more Midnight Clubs after this one, unless I'm behind or something. But if this is the last one they made, they did a damn good job. So check this one out. Alright, so Epic Mickey Part 2, the Power of 2. Now, I didn't really play the first one that much because it was exclusive on the Wii, but this one, oh my god, they really nailed things down in this one. I mean, seriously. They even brought back Oswald from back in the day. I mean, he's in some old Disney stuff, I believe. But they really nailed the whole charm down with the whole Mickey Mouse, the old school looking Mickey Mouse in this game. This is probably one of the more colorful games on the PS3 that I have. And seriously, guys, it's something you got to give a chance. I don't hear a lot of people talk about this game, but from the footage you're seeing here, hopefully you'll take interest in it. Some of you guys in the comments, let me know what you think about it. The Epic Power of 2. All right, so here, next one here is actually an exclusive for the PS3, and I thought I would talk about. I thought I talked about this in another video I did, another Before They're Gone video. This is Folklore for the PS3. Folklore it was made by the company. Let me look at their name on here because I totally forgot what they were called. They actually made that game Knight's Contract, I believe, but Sony actually published this, so they didn't put they didn't give the credits on here, unfortunately. But anyways, Folklore is a very unique game where you go into another world. Well, two characters have a different story. There's the girl, she's looking for her mother, and the guy, I can't remember his story that much, but it is definitely a very unique game that you guys should check out if you see it out there in the wild. You don't see too many games like this, and one thing I didn't like about the game though is that they kind of forced you to use a 6-axis, if you remember that on the PS3, where you have to move the controller around pretty weird stuff. But other than that though, I thought the game was put together pretty well. If you see it out there, I would say go ahead and definitely try to check this one out. I'm kind of stacking up here. Alright guys, we're winding down here, thankfully. We have 3 more to go. Alright, so HomeFront. I got HomeFront when it first came out, and I was really looking forward to it. Now, for me, I play first-person shooters for the single-player mode mostly. I don't really go online unless there's some kind of co-op. But this one was weird because when it came out, the story with this one was that America was taken over by Korea. Kim Jong-un passed away, and his son taken over. And it was kind of weird because that pretty much took over. That happened in real life and everything. So, but anyway, this was before that happened. But anyways, pretty much America's being taken over and everything, and you have these freedom fighters that are fighting back, trying to take everything back. And I thought the single player story was really good in the game. I had fun with it. There's this thing where you could like command this vehicle that comes out. I forgot what it was called. It's like this tank thing that comes out that'll defend you and blow things up for you. But it's been a while since I played it. But anyways, the first HomeFront is definitely a good game. I can't speak for the sequel that's on the next generation, but if you see this one out there, I would say definitely give it a chance. Alright, so next game here. I regret that I haven't beaten this game yet. I almost beat this game with a friend online, but the online matching is so buggy when you want to play with a friend. It's like the game doesn't detect it or something like that. Anyway, this is Ghost Recon Future Soldier for the PS3. This game is badass. Seriously. I mean, I almost got through this game. The whole future thing is just really well done. I mean, futuristic weapons and all that stuff. It's just like, I felt like this game was like on point, and I never heard anybody really talk about it. Usually the Tom Clancy games come out every year, I would guess, so maybe it just got overlooked. I don't know. Or maybe some people still play this. I don't know. But I was definitely impressed with this game, and I believe this was my first Tom Clancy game. But maybe after, I would say, Splinter Cell Conviction, I would say. But anyways, check this one out if you like the footage you're seeing. And last but not least, definitely not least, I just got this game, and I know I'm going to get a little flack for it, but this is MindJack for the PS3. MindJack, I wanted to take a gamble with this one because the whole thing where you could kind of take over people's bodies and stuff like that, I thought it was a cool concept. It is 2-player. I don't know if it says it's 2-player online or co-op online, but I don't know if it's still going. I'm gonna find that out pretty soon. But I don't know. This was $5, and I said, why not? You know what I mean? I had to pick this one up. So if you find this at GameStop, I think it goes for like $3 or $4. So definitely when stores open back up, check if it's at your local store. But yeah, it's just a unique concept I wanted to look into, and it's definitely a game that I would say is not going to get remade. So I was just really looking out for a lot of 7th generation stuff with these videos I've been showing you guys, and this is the last one. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, I don't know if I'll do more of these. I mean, I'll see if I can, because obviously I'm running out of games to show you when it comes to like games that you should get on the cheap or for this generation. But I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Let me know in the comments what you think about these titles and all that good stuff. And that's all I got for you guys. So thanks for watching. Radical Reggie, and I will see you later.